In Going Under, there are 5 mentors for you to complete tasks for. Completing each task unlocks special abilities or perks that equipping that mentor will give you. Each mentor has 8 different tasks for you to complete. Some of these tasks are pretty straightforward and some can be pretty tricky. I'll go over how to complete each task for Tappi in this video so you can unlock all her abilities and the trophy to go along with it. Alright, let's get into it. Tappi's first task is to buy an espresso machine from the Joblin cafe. This one is really easy. All you need to do is go into the Joblin dungeon. On each floor there will be a store that you can go into, and one of these stores is going to have the espresso machine that you can buy. The only problem I found is usually I would find it on the first shop and I might not have enough money, so just keep in mind before you get to the last room in that floor you can always go all the way back to the shop, so if you don't have enough money and you save up enough before the end of the floor, go back and buy it, as it probably won't be there on the next floor. Once you buy it, you're done. Tappi's first skill just gives you some extra change in the dungeons, so you'll just get more money when you have her equipped. Her second task is to complete 3 combats in a row without getting hurt. This one is probably her most difficult task out of all the ones that she has, as you have to be very precise and careful not to get hit. You can kind of approach this one in a few different ways. Make sure you have your best skills equipped and whatever weapons that you feel comfortable with, and make sure that you're dodging a lot so that you don't get hit. I find throwing things at enemies lets you stay far away from them to keep you safe longer, as well as using long-range weapons like the crossbow and the guns. Also, it's probably a lot easier to do this in the Joblin dungeon, as the enemies in there are a lot easier to beat than in some of the later dungeons. Once you complete 3 in a row without getting hit, you're on to the next one. Tappi's next task is to defeat the huge Rockstar in Joblin. This again is another really simple one. As soon as you take the task, next time you go into the Joblin dungeon, keep going down until you find the room with the check mark on it. Once you go in there, there will be a huge Rockstar Joblin that you can fight, beat him, and you're done. Her next skill will let you buy items for delivery at her Primo store. This is kind of like an Amazon store where you can purchase things and they'll be delivered to you from a drone a few rooms later. Tappi's next task is to put out 5 fires with water. This one may seem difficult, but I actually found it really easy if you do this in the Winky Dink dungeon. Throughout the dungeon you can find lots of fire extinguishers as well as fire starters. Basically, all you have to do is pick up one of each of these, set an item on fire, and then put it out with the fire extinguisher, and it'll count towards this task. Do that 5 times, and you're done. Her next task is to make $60 off a single Styxcoin conversion. As it says in the task, obviously you're going to have to do this one in the Styxcoin dungeon. Keep going through without spending any of your money, collecting as much as you possibly can. This means you want to do any of the little side jobs where you collect money and try not to get hit, as it all adds up. I was able to complete this with 10,400, which got me 63. Basically just keep saving up, make sure that before you do the conversion it's going to give you more than 60. If not, keep going, collect more, and then do it in the next shop. Tappi's next skill will make items in the cafe restock after you buy them. This can be really helpful since every time you buy an item, it'll get replaced with another random one, and especially for her next task, you're going to want this. Her next task is to buy 3 weapons in one run. This can be very easily done with Tappi equipped, especially since she'll now restock items when you buy them. This means you can go into one of the shops, buy a weapon, and hopefully it'll get replaced with another one. If not, and you have enough money, you can buy something else and it'll get replaced. And again, just keep doing this until you get enough. As long as you buy 3 weapons, you're done. Tappi's second last task is to open 12 delivery cubes in one dungeon run. This sounds difficult, but if you pay attention, there are actually a lot of delivery cubes throughout each dungeon. Sometimes they're hidden up against the wall. Sometimes you get them from finishing side jobs or in the skill rooms. You can actually find them pretty much anywhere. So just go through a dungeon, just make sure you go through every room and open every single delivery cube, and you should have this no problem. Our last task is to complete floor B3 without spending any money. To be completely honest, I'm not sure if this means that you can't spend any money at all until you finish floor B3 or only on floor B3. To be safe, I just ran through an entire dungeon run without spending any money until I finished B3, which really isn't that difficult. Just make sure you have your best skill equipped, your best mentor, whoever you're most comfortable with, and run through the dungeon as best you can without getting hit. As long as you can make it down to the boss floor without buying anything, you'll get this one complete. The nice thing about it too is you'll have a whole bunch of money saved up, and there's a shop right before the boss, so you can go crazy and buy anything you want before fighting them. Tappi's last skill will make primo deliveries arrive faster, and anytime you open a crate grants you invincibility. Now you've got all of our tasks complete. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for even more going under tips and tricks. That's it for now. As always, happy gaming.